¿Se ve bien? ¿Se escuchará bien? Puede que sí. Parece que sí. Voy a darle a continuar. Recuerdo que obtuve la espada Jedi. Ah, el puente, de veras, de veras, de veras, de veras. Cierto, cierto, cierto. Reconstruye el puente. Oye, esa parte de allí. Recorrí esa parte, ¿cierto? Antes de cruzar voy a darme cuenta si es que recorrí esa parte. Creo que sí. Eso no se puede abrir porque hay que abrirlo del otro lado. Y... sí, me parece que sí. Opa. Falta luz. Ah, claro, pues de acá vengo. Usted que soy un weón. Si yo venía de acá. Lo siento, lo siento, lo siento. Yo venía por acá, po. De ese lado, claro, de ese lado tuve un ángulo para reconstruir el puente. Oye, pero mi brazo estaba pero al borde de la amputación. ¿Hola? Me he olvidado lo de las voces. Me he olvidado de las voces.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
Corta, po.
I don't want to die. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
¿No puedo? No, ¿no puedo bordearlo?
Please stop.
No puedo bordearlo.
Please stop.
Es como que me hacen a coro. Por favor, detente. Por favor, detente. No.
Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. You'll never come back if you go there. There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them. They were afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the center of all. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
Espera, ¿qué? Me metí en el... Me metí en el... ¡Chucha! Me metí en el
It's not
espejo.
like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Wait, Mother! Don't be like this. No! Turn away, Senor! Turn away, Senor!
Do you see it, Senor? Do you see the darkness? Faces, fear and suffering. You can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You understand, Senor?
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
It was all a lie. You are a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you! And so you killed her!
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her! You killed her! You are the darkness!
Ya, se encendió mi sable de luz. Hela. Hola, Hela. Las runitas que se activaron a la orilla del portal serán el conocimiento que adquirí de la runa. I don't know. Cualquier minuto me va a aparecer un enemigo y... ¡Conche tu madre!
Those rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that still haunts you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you.
You're a liar.
The darkness is inside you that will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Silver. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw the last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me.
Bebé. No. ¡No! No, esquívalo.
Behind you.
¡No! Pensé que me iba a atacar el de las hachas primero.
Watch out.
¡Oso!
Careful. Watch out. Watch out.
¡No! No, esquivando, o sea, bloqueante. Toma.
I can see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer! And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god!
Running forward, moving backwards to wallow your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place.
Ah, no, güey.
I'm trying to save you from yourself. You said that it is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Norsemen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you. I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillion's soul if the darkness is a lie? How you saved him?
He's here. I know he's here.
Vamos, 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 arriba, 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 arriba.
Dylan, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
No, no, no podía aparecer con ese tremendo espadón. No, este es el de fuego. Sí, este es el boss de fuego. Tengo que bloquearle. ¡No! Parte, parte, parte. ¡No! ¡Bloqueante! Vamos. Pero... ¡Ah, no! No, 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 no. Tengo que cargar esa runa. Dale, Senua. ¡No! ¡El cuervo! ¡No! 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 ¡Qué guasundora! ¡No! No, párate, párate, párate. Pero... bloquea, por favor. ¡No, el chancho! No, ¿cómo era? Al jabalí tenía que bloquearlo. Ah, ¿por qué me da por bloquear antes? Bloquear, cargar. Párate encima. Pero...
Dillian! Where is he?
Como son
You're
como
trying
son
to trick
manchas
me
de
again with
petróleo.
your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me.
No distingo cuando van a atacar.
Dillian is gone. Dillian is dead. Let him go now. I'm warning you.
Or what? What can you do to me that you haven't
Ay, me toca
already?
contra esta loca ahora.
Fight me. Come on.
No, wey.
You betrayed your own father. You betrayed the gods in search of Dillian, in search of love. Look where that's
Pero-
got you.
Watch out.
Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillian. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Claro, el weón me levanta los brazos, claro, el montonero culiao. Sigue girando porque está el otro weón atrás. ¡Ah, pero déjame atacar! No te la creo. ¡Oh, por favor! ¿Por qué tiene que tirar ese stun cuando tengo la oportunidad de atacar? Va de nuevo. Pero, por favor. ¡Oh, troll culiao! ¡Suéltame!
Go, Settle. You're killing yourself. Watch out.
Toma. Toma vos también. Y vos también, por sapo. Chucha, invócate unos pocos más, por favor. ¡Oh, la bastarda maraca!
Let go of your battle. You don't have to fight anymore. You're going to die.
Obvio, obvio. Siempre que yo tengo la oportunidad de atacar, no, tiene que poner su stun. Pero por favor, esquiva.
Behind you.
No, cagué. Ah, la batalla es para perderla. Gracias. Gracias.
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't seem to him. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a liar, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know it's him. I know you have him. I'll give you my life. That's what you want, isn't it? My soul. Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release it.
Ella misma, ¿o no? La imagen solamente que está consumida por el otro lado.
no quest. Nothing. And you will have no power over me.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senna. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Senua. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again. This is where my story once began. And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
I know it's hard to tell how mixed up you feel. Hoping what you need is behind every door. Each time you get hurt, I don't want you to change. 'Cause everyone has hopes. You're human after all. The feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else.
Por lo que creo entender, creo que ella asesinó a su oscuridad.
This feeling is not sadness, this feeling is not joy. I truly understand. Please
Y se fue con sus voces como sus nuevas best friend.
I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Being like you are, well, this is something else. Who would comprehend? But some that do lay claim divine purpose blesses them. Well, that's not what I believe, and it doesn't matter anyway. A part of your soul
Pero estuvo bueno,
ties you to
estuvo entrete,
the next
me gustó mucho.
or maybe to the last, but I'm still not sure. But what
Me gustó mucho la historia.
is to us the world is different as we are to the world. I guess you would know that.
La historia, la música, el sonido ambiente, las voces que te dan vuelta por los audífonos.
I'm begging you, please, please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
Tuvo bueno, tuvo bueno, tuvo bueno. Quiero ver a quién, no sé, algún video post crédito.
Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel.
Agradecimiento especial a los ninjas. ¿Y ya no hay más música? Oye, caleta de ninjas. Agradecimiento especial a todos y cada uno de los partícipes. Yo creo que yo quiero ver si hay algo post crédito. Oh, yo dije Michael Bay. Ah, gay. Andaba cerca el nombre. Por una letra. Si quieres ver más sobre la psicosis y los trastornos de la salud mental, visita HellBlade help.info. Bueno, es que tomaron el. Bueno, abordaron ese tema, pero muy bien. Voy a cerrar las cortinas de mi casa. Ya lo prende tenía el fuego. A ver, reportaje. El siguiente reportaje contiene escenas de juego.
Who is it?
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming. Is it? Is it? Is it?
They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake? And we only see what our inner eye creates for us. Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
HellBlade: Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision quest into Viking territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer.
The original idea for HellBlade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In HellBlade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senuna in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't live home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait!
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed thereafter, replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they wiped out? We don't know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings.
Yeah.
The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods. The most brutal of these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle. I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillion, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
No!
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was Gelt. A Gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The Gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a Gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was druth, meaning fool, or liar, one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Druth in HellBlade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
Ah, no era una imagen digital, era era el video del tipo.
I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel her quest deep into their world of gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger. Mental illness such as psychosis is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar
Nosferatu.
that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim, and the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool, thanks so much for calling in.
Pleasure, thanks. It's really interesting for me. I'd love to be involved. It's fascinating.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules. If we were to represent Senua's psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience of? Professor Charles Fernyhough, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
Hearing voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life.
Para poder hacer
for
las
many people
voces.
who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhough provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
See that she's going.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with two young voice hearers.
El mío trabajo.
We talked at length about their experiences, and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also, crucially, listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the visions or what we're seeing is too much, we become small until eventually we don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told, were fascinating, harrowing and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
Hands will know my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper?
Por esos pasillos no se terminaban nunca.
I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Now I see deep in me insanity does unfold. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. Hands will know my heart is so, love is so far away. Don't you know how I wanna feel deeper? I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Feel like this, read like this, I just wanna live, that's all. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper.
To refine our...
Ya lo voy a dejar acá. Está muy bueno. Muy bueno. ¿Cómo fue con las runas? Acá me faltaron 2. Acá me faltó una. Acá me faltaron otras 2 runas. Acá me faltó una runa. Me faltaron 6. A ver, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 runas me faltaron. Buenísimo juego, me gustó bastante. Bueno, voy a volver a jugar obviamente. Para tener todos los datos, todas las runitas que no encontré. Bueno, por aquí lo dejo. Adiós. No pensé que la tercera parte fuera tan cortita. No pensé que me iba a pillar solamente con el final de la historia. Pero bueno, si pasaron por aquí, un like se agradece. Y hasta otro jueguito.